All rolling.
What's good? Took a second to set up, but we got there.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll introduce. We got Tommy with us.
Yeah.
Good ass artist. Introduced by our friend Aiden, someone that works with Mellow as well, and we got to film a video with him yesterday. So
We sure did. It was a good time, I think. I mean, I hope you guys had a good time
oh yeah,
at my humble abode.
yeah, definitely.
It was. It was a very fun shoot. There was always something going on. Definitely did not go to plan.
Yeah,
at least on our end for like how we thought things were gonna go for a lot of it. But then it just, as it does, just kind of all came together.
Yeah.
and turned out really well. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it was really funny. I think I got a shot at you, Cam, just being like, "We are behind schedule."
yeah. We definitely were. We had a shot list and like gone off of it, and we were sitting behind like a 2-hour window of what we thought we were gonna be. Yeah. But then we made up for it in the fourth quarter. So
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, we really rode.
Yeah.
I mean, we got it done early, right?
Yeah,
we got
we
there
really
45
did.
minutes early ahead of schedule.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Not me.
Going into like some of the party stuff, Cameron just like comes out and he's like, "We got beat in the first half, but this is the fourth quarter now. Like we got this."
like,
really
this is where
had us in the
champions
first
are
half,
made.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, yeah. Literally that video.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out well. Everything worked out also with like the timing of like outside with the sun and everything going down.
Honestly,
so,
perfectly, I think.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite parts, was just opening that door back and forth. I got a little bit of a breather. Everybody else had to work. It was nice.
That's true.
Yeah. I think we only shot that like 17 times.
Only, yeah.
Yeah.
How many extras did we have officially?
I'm not 100% sure number off my head, but I want to say like 12, 15, something
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say
that.
something like 15 felt right.
Yeah. It was a lot. I'm going to make sure I get all the names and stuff to you guys.
Yeah, that'd be
but-
sick.
Yeah, we'll make sure to include them in the credits and make
Yeah.
sure they're in the video in some way.
So it's definitely the most people we've ever like worked with, besides that one thing with Jackie when we came back to his house. But that was just kind of them partying, similar kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what we had planned to do. Because like this is actually the first podcast we've done with an artist.
Yeah,
Right?
that's what we were just talking about.
Because we planned to do one with Jackie, but we decided to do he does like a night where, what does he call it?
Jack Alley.
Jack Alley, yeah.
Okay.
And where he just like he sets up a whole concert in his living room.
Oh,
And just like
fire.
has a
Yeah.
bunch of people come over and
That's dope.
and he's got a lot of artists that he works with.
And where's he at?
He's in North Carolina, like Greensboro, I think
Okay,
it was.
cool.
Yeah, there's a
Never
couple
been to
artists we
North
met that weekend that were pretty cool too, similar to here. I feel like every time we do, we like meet more artists, which is like awesome and perfect.
Yeah. I mean, us musicians, we tend to roll in packs.
exactly.
It's true.
I feel like that's the best way to go about it, is being like a collective, creative mindset about it all. So
Yeah, I've always been one to where, you're not, there's people that are talented and are able to make like a whole body of work like completely alone. But I feel like, music is a collaborative process. Just like anything creatively, you're going to get the best stuff by working with other people and getting opinions and, carving everything out to work nicely.
no, I definitely agree. That's how we started. Just we come together and just make something, and every time we're together, we're like creating something. So why not? And then like you, Chase, and Castor, like doing your stuff. You said it's Hotwire, right? Is what it
Yeah,
is?
Hotwire. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some of those songs out eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
But
That'd
we got
be
a couple
sick.
bangers that we showed you guys last night.
Yeah,
I think
those are cool. That
That
was
was
fun. Yeah.
Dude, Chase can shred on the guitar. I
Oh,
said that
yeah.
multiple times, but he can. And then you and Castor together on it, like it's just a good collaboration of like different type of music. I feel like that all comes together well.
Yeah, I've got a lot of that pop background, and Castor really has that nice rap tone that I think just melds together really nicely. But me and Chase, we go way back, y'all. Anytime I ever did anything musically, like growing up in high school, middle school, anything, talent show, band in our garages, like it was always Chase right there. So I was like, it's only fitting for him to come in and do stuff when I'm actually doing it legit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And plus, he's just incredibly talented. Not only on the guitar, you should hear him drum too.
Oh really?
Oh,
Is he good
yeah.
on drums?
He was on the drum line in my high school. That was actually fourth in the world when he was on it. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that was crazy.
It's definitely something I wish I knew more of. You know a good chunk of like guitar. I feel like you can just kind of pick up guitar. You did drums. Did you do drums before?
I can play very basic drums.
Yeah,
perfect. That's right. I never had a drum set, so I had drumsticks though. So I like visualized how to play, and I watched videos like how to actually play drums. And so the first time I sat down at a drum set, I just started playing, and it was
Yeah,
it was
there
a
you
cool
go.
feeling. And I was like, all right. And everyone was like, oh, you know how to play drums? I was like, no, that's
No.
my first time. I just sat down.
Drums are crazy as an instrument because, like, I mean, you can tune like drum heads and stuff, but since it's all just percussive, it's all just, it's really about the feeling more than anything else, I think. But I don't drum.
Where do you get the drums in your beats then?
Well, I make the beats like,
Okay.
I program them and everything. So I'm programming the drums. So, I mean, I guess that technically works. Sometimes I'll bang it out on a drum pad if like I need to, work out the whole creative process there. But I'm mainly a vocalist. That's where all my background comes
really
from.
good voice, dude. Like,
Appreciate it.
You like
That's
sing a
very
couple
nice.
things just like randomly, like I was like, damn, bro, like, all right, go off.
I'd be singing all the time. It's really bad. I'll just be singing my thoughts.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, you said you use what FL Studio is what you said you used, or
Yeah, when I produce, I'm in FL Studio for the most part. And then once the beats are done, I feel like it's time to record my vocals and everything. I bounce it over to Pro Tools and do the mixing and mastering in there.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Talk us through how'd you make the beat for Friday the 13th?
It's actually a funny story that I told you a little bit about last night, but we'll do it on the mics for today. But I've always wanted to have a track. It's just been a cool concept to me of like called Friday the 13th. It comes out on Friday the 13th. I started producing this beat and I found this like, melody to go with it. That I was like, oh, that's kind of
Yeah, the one
That's
that's
kinda
been
spooky.
stuck in my head for the past month.
literally saying, bro.
I wake up singing that song, just the melodies.
And I threw it through, I think it's a Juno emulator. I'm not 100% sure what the...
What's that? What's Juno?
It's like a keyboard.
Okay.
That it's like from the 80s. That's like, it was big on like 9 out of 10 pop songs you pull up. It's going to be a Juno on there. But I have an emulator of it on my computer that, puts a pretty one-to-one replica of it through the sounds. So I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, so I had that pulled up and I was like, okay, this is kind of spoopy. We'll see where this goes. And then I came up with the hook and did nothing with it for 6 months. And
Nice.
then you guys came along and were like, we're going to do a Shoot for Cherry Bomb, one of my old songs. And I was like, yeah, we could do that. Or I have this song called Friday the 13th that I want to release in like a month and a half. If you guys want to do a video for that, for the rollout, I think that would be a really cool way to start my next era.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, yeah, can we hear the song? And I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I got it. And I was like, I got it. And I knew the concept and like some things that I wanted to say. And like, I had a couple of bars like that. If I'm walking around in the streets and I just think of a cool bar in my head, I'll just write it down in my notes.
Yeah, always.
So
That's the go-to. That's the go-to.
so like I kind of pulled from that, and I knew there was some that I wanted to use in it. But when I showed you guys, I had the beat pretty much done, and the hook was laid down and everything. And I was like, yeah, I've got this rough draft to show y'all. And then I pulled up my listen to or whatever and sent it to you in the video call. And I was like, yeah, I'll have a demo for you guys by Sunday. I had not written a single verse. And so I was like,
That's wild.
what's crazy though is that you guys didn't even ask for like a demo at all. And I was like, I'll just get one to you in 3 days. Literally just pulled it out of my ass.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Really?
yeah, I'll have it.
Works for us. I
bet,
figured
yeah.
like as soon as I heard the beat, I was like, okay, and like I've heard enough music that I'm sure it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom would send us down this road if he didn't feel good about being able
You
to
cranked it out
deliver.
for sure. And I was like, came out, it was like perfect. And you're like, I still have to add a couple things to it. I'm like, it sounds great right now. Like,
Yeah.
That's
I like
my-
that.
Whenever you said Sunday, and I was like, all right, it's Labor Day weekend. Like, if we get this by Monday, early next week, and then you sent us a text on Sunday night saying, I need one more day. I was like, dude, it's been 2 days. Like, take your time.
Yeah, for real.
We're gonna be all right.
Yeah. And little did y'all know, because I'm pretty sure I had said like, yeah, it's ready to go. I just got to record some shit. Just cap 100%.
I respect that.
But I was like, I know that this song is like ready to go. I just need to take the time to do it. And if I don't like set like a deadline for myself, sometimes I can get really lost in the sauce and like not finish stuff out. So giving myself that deadline to like get it ready for this, it really, motivated me to get it done, and it was very easy. It wasn't one of those songs where I was sitting there for a long time being like, what should I say here? What should I say there? it kind of, when I sat down to write the first verse, it just kind of rolled right off the tongue.
Yeah.
And then the second verse, I did it the next night because I don't like to be stuck in one spot creatively for multiple hours. And I'd spent like 2 or 3 writing that first verse, I think. And I didn't want to do the whole night and then the second verse be worse. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I finished it. And then, I'm like, but I wanted to
do it in
hit.
spurts so you don't waste.
Yeah, exactly. Let your mind recharge.
It's always such a good feeling when the songs work out like that. Like it just kind of comes out of you. And you're like, all right, well, I like this. This is sounding good.
Yeah.
I feel like you get with people too that you can make stuff like that and like make it happen in a day. Like you just like get together and do something 100%. Randomly and it's like perfect. Like, yo, like we can do this some more.
I mean, sometimes those songs totally happen where it just literally pours out of you. I know I said that about this one, but sometimes it's just you can literally do a whole track in a day. Yeah, so sometimes it just rolls out like that. But with Friday the 13th, I banged it all out. I got it recorded and everything, and I sent it over to you guys. I think the only thing that was really missing when I'd sent it to y'all is like a lot of the doubles on like the verses, and it wasn't mixed. So like it had like a rough mix because I usually mix my beats while I'm producing them, but. Yeah, I think I added like some layers as well on like the chorus, but it was pretty well done. And I think that demo that I sent you guys was actually probably one of my best demos I've ever done.
It was good.
Yeah,
it sold us. As soon as we heard it, we were like, all right, this is
we'll
a go.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
Yeah,
I immediately started on the concept document like the next day, or like that night. We're like putting things together already too.
Yeah. I was whenever Aiden came to me and he was like, "Hey, I got a couple friends of mine. We're doing some videos. Do you want to do it?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, but we'll see how this goes. Because I've worked with a bunch of people that like, be half-assed stuff all the time.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what comes with this industry, with any kind of creative stuff, especially since content is so easy to make nowadays. Like people be half-assing it all the time.
Yeah.
But I knew once I got a concept doc, I was like, okay, they made a fucking concept doc. So it's like, I think it's going to be chill. And it was like 5 pages long or something, maybe 10. And I was just like, okay, yeah, we're good. I was like, I'm not worried anymore at all.
Yeah. No, we definitely put just as much into this as like the artist because we know it means something to you and we want to make it like actively like display that it means the same amount to us because
I definitely got that
we're
vibe.
making something together. It's a whole collaboration. That's why you see like I like try to document like everything and like have a whole process of how we do everything.
Got everything ready. I wrote out a whole script.
Cam does a really good job of putting together a lot of our thoughts and making it organized.
And then Paul's pretty good at like saying like, nah, that's not gonna work. Or we got to do something a little different. Or like, yeah, like we probably can get this is attainable kind of thing like that. Like checks it and like make sure we're all solid. Because I don't like sometimes I rewrite some of them. Sometimes I'll make it. I'm like, nah, like there's like that's just gonna be so much to like try to get and like, but we're getting there. Like this is like I said, like our first one we did like with sets and props and extras. Like it was the whole shebang, and it was
with the smallest
fun.
Crew we've ever
had.
The
smallest crew we've ever done anything with. Yeah. Shout out Kayla over there.
Yep.
JC and Aiden came in with the plug with the pumpkins because we need those.
Plug with the pumpkins.
Pumpkin plug.
And then JC tried to carve that one for so long. I felt so bad.
She was down there for a while.
Like she was. I kind of forgot she was here for a hot minute. Because like they had to leave to go do some personal stuff, and then they came back, and like she was down there for so long. I was like, dang, I wish JC was here, man. I thought I saw her.
she was down there working.
Yeah. She was looking for that book the whole time. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
And you found the book first, so it helped her.
I was about to tell that story. I was about to tell that story. Just be like, yeah, I went down there and I was like, JC, need anything? She's like, I could really use some water.
Really some
I was
water.
like, don't worry, I'll find the water.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'll be back with the water.
With the water. Water needed. H2O.
Yeah. What was your kind of your favorite part of the whole thing?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like every little different part was so much fun. Like it was crazy that we started downstairs and like made our way upstairs and then outside and all of it was so different, but I think it's going to work together very cohesively. But man, that was it like snorkel shot?
Yeah,
What's it
I
called?
think it's called a snorkel cam is what it's
Oh
supposed
my
to
God,
be.
that was
That's what
so
somebody
fun.
called it yesterday. I've actually never
No,
heard that.
so I
before.
looked it up.
So I just started. I heard it. I was like,
I
that
think,
sounds cool.
you
I
know-
started telling everybody.
I think that's what I said. So, so I
Cool,
might have
yeah.
just coined that.
Now I'm pretty sure it's like on the
It worked.
like there's a thing called eye candy you can look up. It's a website and it has like tons of clips and everything, and you can click a whole section of those shots and it'll show you. I'm pretty sure it's snorkel cam. I could be
Snorkel cam?
wrong. It could be a whole different
mean, that makes
name,
sense.
I
but-
don't know. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently I got some good little lines in there when I was
Oh, yeah.
recording
That's
it.
funny.
Dude, we watched like all three of them. They're all good, but you just kept saying something different each time, which made it even better. Like it was
The
awesome.
one, I think it was like the second take, and you would like, because we were trying to keep you not turned towards the window. And
Yeah.
we're just in the background screaming like, left, turn left. and then you finally turn around, you just go like, yeah, I definitely fucked that up.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
I
good.
definitely did fuck that up. I'm pretty sure I did.
You literally
Like,
say that, and you're like, "Yeah, I kind of forgetting things now that we're live."
You shot the
Shoot
beer
pong
pong, you're
ball.
like, yeah, I definitely missed that.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, that first one, I think I turned to go somewhere else. I think I had like the person I was gonna hand like the prop joint to. I like totally forgot to do that, and I was like, I need to shoot a pong, and I have like a fake joint in my hand. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think
Yeah.
that was a good time. I also really liked opening the door for everybody.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was good. Like letting everybody in, seeing all my friends come through.
You've been a gracious host.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
welcoming us all
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
I mean,
It's cool.
you know, I got a good like, you know, team that I live with. I say team, I mean like, you know, it's my team.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the homies. And they're also really creative, and so they're really open to, you know, me getting my stuff done. And they were also in the video, which is dope. And shout out to everybody in the video, low-key. Like they were all my friends that I just asked to pull up. There are some people that I hadn't met that like my friends brought around, but y'all the realists for sure. Like that really turned out really, really well.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for staying like the whole time too. And
Was it Emily? Is that her name?
Emily, yes,
Is that
the pumpkin girl.
Guys?
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Shout out
Yeah.
pumpkin girl Emily. Let's go. Yes. Yes, I've known her for a very long time. Very long time. She we dated in middle school. So
Oh, really? Really
yeah,
coming
for
full
like
circle.
2 days,
Yeah.
you know, those really serious seventh
Oh, yeah.
grade relationships. But we held hands, so you know, watch out.
Nice.
yeah, watch out.
it was legit.
I felt bad. She said like, don't try not to hit her in the face, and then one seed just like smacked in the forehead. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Did not mean to.
It was really funny because like I asked her like a week or so ago if she wanted to be like the like featured person in the shoot, and then I forgot to mention that she'd have to have pumpkin guts thrown at her, and then my birthday party
Get
she
the
was
yes
there.
first.
Yes. My birthday party, I was like, "Yo, are you still good to like do that feature?" Because I forgot to tell you that like this is what you're gonna have to do. Like they're gonna shoot pumpkin guts at you, and she was like, "Oh no, that's chill. Like pumpkin guts, let's go." But we were drunk. Like we were messed up. She literally brought a bottle of Casamigos as like a birthday present, and like me and her boyfriend and like her friend and like everybody else that was still here, we were just shooting it back. The bottle was gone by the end of the night.
Nice.
But
That was one of those shots you take an actual shot in it, and you can go, oh shit. Was it like tequila or whatever they gave?
yeah. I took those fake shots in the snorkel cam, and then the first time Castor had put his high noon in it,
that's
and I was
right,
expecting water, so I like shot it, and I was like, "That's alcohol." And I was like, you know, the next shots, he's like, "I'm putting high noon in it every time, so be ready." And I was like, "All right, whatever," you know, loosey goosey, baby. And then the last one, I was like, just put some real liquor in there, you know, let's go really hard with it.
I just want to like stay. Sorry, guys.
Just sinking on you. Okay, so like I actually didn't know that we were doing that before yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And so at one point Cameron's like, yeah, we're gonna take some belts and hook them up to a tripod, and then he's gonna wear it, and the camera's gonna sit right here in front of him. And I was like, no, we're not. Like, that's not going to work. Sure enough, I go out to the car, I grabbed 2 belts, and the first try, I just hooked them up to the tripod. I put it on. I was like, holy shit, this is going to work. And I just took it off, put it on you. We're good to go.
It was good to go. And just the weirdest part is I was wearing this coat, and then like I had like an open chest, so like it was just the tripod just pushing against my shit, and I was like, it's a little uncomfy, but it's for the art. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, this is kind of like cutting my stomach right here. I'm like, oh, we can fix it. You're like, nah, it's like, one more shot, we got it. It's
we
okay.
roll with
I think
it.
at one point I was like, I was totally lying to you. I don't know what we were going to do, but I was like, oh yeah, we'll put a sock on it. Like, it'll be fine. And then I just walked away.
You were doing like 90 things yesterday, bro. It was like you guys were running around. I think at one point I was waiting for some more people to show up, and we didn't. Emily had not gotten here yet, so we weren't able to shoot that scene. And so I was like, dang, I feel like I'm just sitting here and they're just waiting for me. And I felt so bad. And I was like walking around, I was like telling all my friends, like, hey guys, just appreciate you guys showing up. We're just waiting for some more people to roll in before we shoot some stuff. And then I was like, dang, these guys hate me. They're like sitting out here just waiting for my people to show up. And then I walk outside and they were like decorating outside or something. And they were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. And I was like, hey guys, sorry if it's taking too long. And they were like, dude, we thought we were doing that.
I was literally like, I feel like we're doing the opposite of that. So you're good. You're good.
I was like, oh, okay, bet. Well, I'll go shoot the shit with the homies.
That's true.
Yeah. That window of time was useful, like to have like the break there. So
Yeah. There's with those outside shots, there's a great moment that you'll see in the behind the scenes. I think I told you yesterday you were over there on the tripod, and it was like you said something to Aiden, and then I was like gonna say fuck you, Paul, when I closed the door. And I was like, man, fuck Paul. And then I like looked up and it was like on the camera, and I was like, damn, he's gonna hear that back and think actually fuck Paul. So I want you to know, not fuck Paul. So he's great.
He's so good.
But I was like, that was really funny.
8 hours into a 12-hour shoot, I have no problem with people saying fuck you to me. I'm probably being an asshole. I don't mean to be.
No,
I'm
you
just
were not
trying
an
to get
asshole
shit done.
we kept saying like one more time. You say, oh yeah, one more time after this one. And then I was like, I swear it's the last one. And I looked at Paul, and Paul goes, I was like, all right, well, I swear this is actually the last one right here.
No, I mean, I grew up in the theater, right? So like I did that for about a decade. And anytime we were shooting a scene or whatever, and the director would be like, one more, we all knew it was 5 more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So it's like,
It'd be
we're
like
used to that.
That's why I asked last night. I was like, is this the martini shot? Because like, I don't want to say one more after this one. Like, is this got to be the one?
Yeah. At that point, I was like, yes, this is it. The last one worked.
Hey, we're right on time though. Like, we made up for lost time, so it worked out.
Yeah.
It did. It was wild. What a day.
What a day indeed.
Yeah.
What a
it was
day.
fun.
From sun up to sundown, really.
Yeah.
So I guess
Feeling it today.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess from this, like, what do you want your most like growth like on like what page, or like what do you want from all of this?
Really, man, I just, whenever someone listens to my stuff, it kind of blows my mind in the first place, just because I'm just some dude in my basement just cranking stuff out, But, I'd really like to see, if I could see any growth from this, maybe on, I guess, like my Instagram getting a little bit of a boost, or just really just, more of an audience that's like interested in learning my story and stuff. And I think that I'm pretty bad about content. Like that's like probably one of my weakest things as an artist, because I hate doing it.
Yeah. I feel like every artist, like I am, like it's like I feel like it's something that's like a whole other thing you have to worry about on top of what you're already trying to do. So.
Exactly. And I like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I like produce it, I record it, I mix it, I master it. So like it's a whole process. And by the time I'm done with that, I'm like, okay, the song's done.
Yeah.
And
I was
then I'm
impressed
like,
when you told us that. I wasn't sure a lot of people just get their beats off YouTube or something like that and just rap on them.
But no shame to that. That's like a whole different skill set. I wouldn't consider myself like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like a whole different kind of vibe. But like as an artist, I kind of take pride in like getting myself to that point. Like
Craft.
Yeah. Even if I don't make like every individual element myself, like I'll throw a loop on there every once in a while. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Loop supremacy, baby. But for especially like with my drums and everything, I think it's important to, for that to come from a legitimate place.
Yeah.
And but yeah, what was your question?
Well, basically, so yeah, like you do all that, and like working on your craft, like you crank all that out, like then you have to worry about content on top of
that's
that.
right,
And that's like the crazy part.
Yeah,
that's
fuck that.
so much. But that's why we like these weekends, because like we can record from Friday to Sunday a ton of stuff that gives us a whole variety of like getting different like areas of content you can post, which is super nice.
Yep.
So
I was telling my friend Damien, who was here at the shoot last night. He was the tall guy with the like glitter mask.
Oh, yeah.
Or not that glitter mask, but the other one.
yeah, like
The
a
sparkly
fishnet
one?
on or
Yeah,
something
the
like
fishnet,
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
we were gaming a little bit after everybody left, and I was like, dude, it's so nice to do this whole thing the whole day and then not have to polish it. Like like I'm not the one. Like for the first time in my career doing this, like I'm not the one who has to finish the product. And it's like it was just
That's
such
something,
a great
weight lifted
feeling.
off your shoulders and that type of stuff.
I was like, I get to let other people do what they're good at, because like I'm not a visual guy. That's not really like where my, talents lie. I feel like I'm okay at it. Like I can get it to, work, but like I like my stuff to look as legit as possible. So like getting the people who know what they're doing in it, like it's really, really refreshing, and it felt great after everybody left. And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like with this, I'm done with that.
Exactly.
So
Your
it was very
talent
nice.
this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to kick back and enjoy it.
Yeah.
yeah, then you get to make it like we'll just kind of go over like some of the stuff, and you'd be like, hell yeah, let's send it. And
Let's run it.
Yeah.
Just make sure I don't look stupid in any shots,
Yeah.
and then we're good.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They all look like, from what we've seen and everything, like we're just like, when we're like rewatching it right after we shoot it, I'm like, bro, like this is looking pretty saucy and some of these things we're getting. So
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it come together.
I'm excited to just go home and edit.
Yeah.
I'm going to California on Thursday and to go like see my grandparents. I'm like, I'm gonna be away from my PC for like 4 days to
No,
work
yeah.
on this. Like,
That's always fun.
But like going back to like the timeline of how fast we did this, because like we started talking 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
yeah, something like that.
I think it was when we first met, and like
Maybe even
Yeah, I think it's
maybe
sooner than
even,
that.
like later. I think maybe
was it 2 weeks? I think it was actually 2 weeks.
2 I mean, I got what
I can't
when
remember
was
the
Labor
very
Day?
first one.
It was Labor
When
Day
was
weekend
Labor
when
Day?
I finished the song, so it was definitely
Don't
that.
know.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was September.
like,
that was
we're
September
live right now,
4th.
I don't know.
Yeah,
When
that
was
was
Labor Day?
that was September 4th. September 4th.
September 4th.
And today is
The
the
17th, so
17th.
literally
2
2
ago.
weeks.
Yeah.
Well, because we're looking at it. So it's like September 4th, and he's like, all right, we want to release it October 13th. Naturally, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then working back from that, we need time to edit. Okay, so like we need to shoot this by the end of September. Okay, what weekends are we available? Oh, we're gonna film this in 2 weeks. Like
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
we're here.
Yeah, it was. But shout out y'all rolling with the punches for real, because like when I tell you guys, they had a whole other idea. Like when they came to me, like what was y'all's perspective on that? If you want to talk about it,
honestly, it could not have been more perfect, because this is what we want to get into, is helping roll out things like this. So to have like the opportunity to actually like, hey, this is what we've been wanting to do. We finally got it. Let's do it. And it's like kind of like we heard the song. We're like, yep, there's no way we can't do this. Like we have to. So, but all of it was like, we enjoy it as much as we look stressed when we're running around and like doing all this stuff. Like it's just a lot of enjoyment to like you said, help you take that weight off your shoulders and like actually just put something out together and all love it and everything like that. So
yeah,
it was worth it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that I decided to do that, because I would not have minded making a video to Cherry Bomb. Like at the end of the day, that would have
Yeah.
been fun.
Who knows?
Like,
Maybe it'll come. Maybe it'll come.
Part 2,
Yeah.
baby. But yeah, I think it was a really great idea to do this, because like I said, I'm starting off a new era. Like I just spent so much time doing that album where I focused so much on the album and like the meaning behind it, and like just making that like a body of work, that I kind of lost focus on everything surrounding it that kind of comes with the industry, like content and videos and stuff like that, where I was just like, I have this sonic piece of something that I put out in the world, and I put like my heart and soul into it. So I just let it be. And then I didn't really focus on all that other stuff. So with this new era,
Yeah,
you
what's
know, like,
what's the future of
Yeah,
Tommy
what's-
music?
yeah.
Where are you heading? Yeah.
well, like I'm working on this new tape right now. That's going to be coming out. No idea, but it's definitely going to be coming out. And this is going to be the first track on it. I got a couple more tracks, but it's gonna be way more laid back. It's gonna be more fun, more upbeat, kind of all the vibe of this track that I kind of had. Maybe, you know, a little bit of introspection here. Every project needs a little bit of a sad song, I think. But for the most part, it's going to be way more laid back. It's not going to be, you know, as connected as Broken Love Songs was to like my inner psyche and stuff, because I got really deep on that, like especially near like some of the last tracks. But this is just going to be more fun. More fun, more laid back. I think with like good vibes, good energy. And, you know, I really want to focus on getting the stuff that I kind of was lacking in my last era, like videos, content, you know, going on live more, doing some live shows and stuff like that. Like I want to slide more into the whole full perspective of it. And I think that this is a good jumping off point, which was why it was awesome having this video, because I've never dropped a song with a video before.
Yeah,
I mean, technically when I dropped the album, I shot this little thing in my room that, like, when I tell you I threw it together in like 2 hours, like I literally threw it together in like 2 hours. But I just was like, man, I'm dropping a whole album. I've got to have some kind of something. So it's literally just me sitting in a chair. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's like a video.
It's the one in the fan, right?
No, that was well, yeah, there are a couple shots of that, actually. I'm lying. So yeah, there was a couple shots of that. But it's mainly just me sitting in my old studio with it like zooming in, being all dramatic and stuff. But yeah, so this is gonna be the first song rolling out with a video, and I think it's gonna be sick because it's just gonna be legit as fuck.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's something that we always try to, like, we try to just bring a bunch of professional equipment. Because like I come from a video background, I've got him into photography now, or he's got his own camera, and we just show up with a bunch of cool stuff and see what we can make in a weekend with people, and we love it.
That's the thing. Like I went to school did automotive technology, so like I'm like a whole different field of stuff. But doing this is like way more fun to do. I feel like.
And I went to school for film, and so like we would film short films over the weekend. And so when we got to doing this, like, how are we going to film music videos? It was just naturally for me, like, well, we're just go and film it in a weekend. Like, we don't need more than that. And we can get it all done.
That's how it was, like, when I had school projects, where I got into things was, like, I had, like, a theater class, and I had a drama class, so, like, we had to make, like, films for that. And my brother, Perry, he didn't get to meet him this weekend. Rest in peace, his Jeep. He doesn't have a car right now.
Rip Perry.
So he couldn't be here, but...
just like a Jeep.
Yeah. But he used to, I would just like have this idea, and we just all go with like a friend group or whatever and film it for our project. And like we would just do the improv script, the whole thing. And then Perry would film it all and then edit it in the same night, because I was like, bro, it's due tomorrow. And then, like we literally would like be up super late finishing it. And Perry was like on every video I ever posted. It's like editor, filmer, like everything.
Yeah.
And there was like other people in his same class who didn't have Perry edit theirs. They would text me, and I've edited a lot of like their school projects.
There you go. Hey, I mean, whatever gets it done, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever gets it done.
Exactly.
Doing it for a long time. It's fun though. Well, and which, like, you said that you didn't even get into making music until like 2018 is what you said?
Yeah.
But you just grew up doing more like the live side and music and theater and that part of it.
When I was in 8th grade, I was in this drama class in middle school. And when I was in 8th grade, guys, I was a fuck. I was like that guy. Like, I did nothing. Like, I was just, you know, walking around shooting the shit with my friends. I didn't have any kind of extracurriculars, no sports or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was like in a drama class, like as an elective.
My bad.
I was just in a drama class, like as my elective, and the teacher, you're good. The teacher was like, if you audition for the show, you'll get extra credit. And it was like Into the Woods Junior, I think it was. And so I was like, shit, man, I'll go audition, whatever. And so I auditioned, and then I got the lead. And so I had to do it. And then I fell in love with it, and then I did it for 10 years. So like did it all through high school, got a scholarship to do it in college.
Wow.
And then while I was in college, I went through this breakup, and I was like, wow, I need to distract myself with something creative to get that flowing. And then I just picked up FL Studio, and I was making some beats, and they were trash, but it was a lot of fun. I didn't have a studio, obviously, and I had like roommates and stuff in this little apartment that I was staying at. So I would literally take my laptop that my school gave me that I had FL on, and I would plug it into the aux of my Jeep, and I would be producing stuff like just in my car speakers in like a parking lot somewhere. And yeah,
One way
it
to
was
do it. You
crazy.
gotta get it done. You gotta get it done. Yeah.
We've produced a song on a road trip.
Yeah.
Just driving.
There's something about being in a car and making music. It just,
It's
you
a
get,
vibe.
You get
Yeah.
slappers for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
That would be funny. That's something to film. Just like film you editing something in the car while you drive around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's key. But that's cool though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like Travis Scott has like a portable studio that he brings like in his
really?
cars and stuff. I might be
Oh,
wrong though. That
that's
might be
kinda sick.
total cap.
Call me Travis. That's what I do.
you go.
It's like when I pack up and go to Indiana and like visit him, I bring like my PC, my Mac. I mean, like
Yeah.
I have my entire life in my car, and I just take it all to Indiana for a weekend.
Yeah.
And we just take over his whole house. Pretty much everywhere I and we go, we just like we take over. We just
Yeah,
spread
it is.
out. We ask
Yeah.
people like, "Hey, is it okay if we like move some things around and then proceed to
Rearrange
make
everything,
their
yeah.
living space unlivable for 3 days?"
Hey, it goes right back though.
We
Yeah.
do. We take pictures. We make sure everything looks good.
Yeah.
It goes right back.
We're nice about it.
It was really funny. My roommate Ryan, he came home last night because he had a gig. He had to leave the shoot a little early, and he came home after everybody was gone, and he was like walking around, and he looked at me, and he's like, "It's pretty clean." I was like, yeah, it is pretty clean. I was like, we really wrapped it up nicely. It went really well.
Yeah.
Good. We
It
try to
cleaned
do
up
that.
pretty well, like a lot better than I was expecting, especially downstairs with the plastic wrap.
I was
that kinda
worried about
worked
that,
out.
but
Yeah.
literally it's spotless down there. There might be a seat or two somewhere, but
Dexter knows what he's doing. I guess,
yeah.
Not a whole lot of guts everywhere.
Over.
It was like you didn't see it
Let's
before.
plastic wrap.
Yeah.
yeah.
We did kind of joke about that, like all the different stuff we were buying for this. We're like, oh man, we're gonna end up on a list somewhere.
Yeah, for real.
Rubber gloves, plastic wrap, butcher knife, like
At least it's like near spooky season, so maybe
yeah,
he'll be okay with it.
yeah. I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're not.
Yeah, it'll
No,
probably
actually,
be
it's
fine.
like they're just like washing us now. Everything we do, every purchase.
I don't know.
We just keep going to random states every now and then, every month.
Yeah, lots
So
of
therefore, we're
travel.
just killing people in every
Dang.
state. You know,
You know, honestly, just hope that there isn't a serial killer like just
pin on us. Yeah,
happen to commit a crime wherever you guys end up.
Yeah,
that would not be good.
But
I got no bodies yet, so I don't know. I'm not too worried about it.
we got a lot of bags, Paul. It could be a lot of arms
You know how
and
much-
legs.
Yeah, you know how much stuff I've fit in my car before.
Your car is always, every trip, car is just packed to the brim of everything possible you could ever need every time.
hey, I mean that's great. That's great traveling with someone like that. You know, I
We
mean,
need a
he had
van.
the socks for
do.
you yesterday.
Yeah,
He was ready with the socks.
That was so gross, bro. My feet squishing around on those pumpkin guts. Moist,
was pretty gross.
Moist socks is all I can say it was.
Yeah, and then you start putting them on, and you're like, "Damn, bro, you got some tiny ass socks."
Yeah, my feet were killing me in those things.
Cut off circulation and shit.
Yeah. So I
Man,
guess what keeps you going and like keep like wanting to make stuff like this and like do different songs?
It's really just it's relaxing, bro. Like not necessarily the finished product and the industry of everything. I think that can be stressful sometimes, which I'm sure you guys know. But like the art of creating, like the process of getting it all in there and working with other people and, you know, letting your heart kind of exist tangibly, I think is just really cathartic for me. So
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of keeps me going. Cause like, even if I don't care if anybody listens to it or if they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to make it and put it out there or maybe not put it out there, you know?
Yeah.
I've got several songs I've written and recorded and stuff that like, I don't need anybody to hear. It was just for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It feels good to let go. Like if like you, well, I guess the better way is put like you don't feel like you have to hold anything back when like, you're like making
Yeah,
stuff like this.
exactly.
So it's like fun.
So it's very cathartic for me. Like I said, it was kind of like I started doing it just as a kind of like express myself, get all my negative emotions out there kind of thing. And, you know, it's just kind of cool when I, you know, was finishing stuff and it was, I wasn't planning to release anything ever. And I met this girl in college, Michaela, who was here yesterday. She was one of the vampire girls with the purple hair, I think she had. And she went to NOSI, College of Art, and she does like photography and stuff. So every single one of my single art that I've done, she's actually been the one that has done it
cool.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole thing started. My first single I released, "The Long Run," was for a project that she had at school. She was like, "We're supposed to like find an artist and like do some like content and stuff for them. So like, do you want to make a song and release something?" And I was like, I don't really know. Like, I don't really wanted to put my stuff out there like that. And she was like, "You should. It's good." And she kind of pushed me to do it. And then ever since then, I've been dropping stuff. So.
Heck yeah.
Kind of wasn't even on purpose. Like I said, I don't really care about the whole being an artist thing, you know. Yeah. I mean, obviously I like being an artist, but like professionally, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not life or death or maybe
yeah,
for me.
You said something like
just,
we're in the call before you're like if I end up on a stage somewhere, cool. If I don't, cool.
yeah, like, it's fine.
I'm
like,
totally fine either way. I was
yeah,
like, that's awesome.
It's like and you know, some people have that drive that's like what they want to do, and that's sick. Like, you know, do your thing. But like me, man, I just want to create, and like even if only my friends hear it, like, or just myself, you know, it's still out there, still real.
Whatever gets you there.
Yeah.
That's what. Glad it works for you. I'm sure glad you do it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the music. I've enjoyed working with you. It's been fun, man.
Yeah, it's been a great time. But I mean, like he said, like he said that I said, if it does work out,
To quote myself,
if it does work out, like it works out, and I'm not mad about that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I mean, nowadays you get one song accidentally blow up on TikTok. You don't even mean to do it.
Yeah,
You
literally.
just get
Like
much
there's like
people-
one guy like just happened to or whatever. I can't remember the song, but
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's like I guess artists that got you into, or like you still use for like inspiration and stuff like for the music you make, or if you do that at all.
Hit
Yeah.
it. Only right answer.
John Bellion,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. That's the guy. That really is that guy. I would say John Bellion's like one of my biggest influences. Just not even like sonically, like the type of music he creates. I feel like some of my songs really emulate that. Like I think Curtain Call really got that kind of vibe across, and I think that my biggest song, "I Hate the Rain," was very influenced by him. Yeah, I think overall it's just his energy that like I'm so drawn to. That like like his he has a similar mindset. He doesn't really care about the whole artist side of it. He just makes music.
I'm amazed how many
And
people don't even know who he is.
Literally,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It's
and finally in the past like maybe 2 years, like finally people are like, yeah, I love John Bellion. I'm like, I've been listening to John Bellion for like 8 years now.
literally.
Yeah.
But I think he has a line in one of his like older tracks, and it's like he's talking about being an artist, and it's like, but when it comes to publishing, it's "fuck you, pay me." And it's like, you know, 'cause he's made some of the biggest songs, like "Trumpets" by Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
He did a couple of songs on Miley's last album, the Jonas Brothers' new album. He literally produced that whole thing.
Tori Kelly's album just dropped, and he produced
he
that.
he did that one.
And does a feature on it.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's like goal for me to be a part of the music, like background, like because I like mixing and mastering probably way more than I like making my own stuff. So like working with other artists and getting that done, and kind of like what you guys do, helping their vision come to life and like taking that off their shoulders, like that's a really cathartic feeling for me too. But yeah, any kind of hand in the industry I can get, but. Other influences for my sound, I think, would say probably Black Bear. I don't know if you guys listen to him. Yeah. I think musically, I'm pretty similar to his genre, like that pop rap kind of thing going on. And I also really like Lauv. I don't know if you guys know about him. He's got that song. It's like,
Can't
I
get a
like
big
me
none.
better when I'm with
yeah.
you. You
Yeah.
should check out his
Definitely.
stuff. He's very, very talented.
Yeah.
But I like
I definitely can see that.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's got that like bedroom pop sad boy kind of thing going
Yeah.
on. And I had a mentor who taught me a lot of what I know about music and everything. His name is Nick Tello. Shout out Nick. He did some like content and stuff on Instagram it was like producer memes where he would like, you know, be like, when the artist comes in with no lyrics and, you know, just some kind of goofy stuff like that. And then he was doing a training course, and it was like when I was still self-taught with everything. It was before I released anything, and then I hopped on that with him, and he taught me how to do that for like 3 months, one-on-ones.
Oh.
And I still have access to like their whole like group learning session that they do as well, like
cool.
weekly. Oh, it was awesome.
And so that's where you learned a lot of your like mixing.
Yeah,
and
that's
how
where
to
I kinda-
produce.
yeah, exactly,
that end
yeah.
of it, Because that's hard to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot Dude,
A lot
there's
going on.
much
There's a lot.
to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know like the bare bones. Like I know it sounds good.
Yeah.
But like technically for music production, I know very little.
Exactly, bro. Like I taught myself like how to like work the DAW and stuff and like make
Mm-hmm.
the sounds happen, but I didn't know if it like actually sounded good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know if it was like actually clean. Like what the hell is compression? Like I don't know what this is.
I still don't know.
It's like well, what it is actually. No, I'm just and yeah, but he kind of like walked me through and kind of gave me the confidence to be like, yeah, you can do this shit. Like
That's cool.
run it.
Yeah.
All that to say though, he went to school with Lauv. He like
Oh, really?
he, like knew him like
Oh, that's cool.
in passing and stuff, and I was like, dude, that's like I love him.
That's a good person to learn from.
Yeah. He
That's
was
what you want.
but he makes his own music too, and he's a cool ass dude. Shout out Nick.
Nice.
I was gonna say, going back to the John Bellion, there's a one video you showed me. And it's like them in a tent, like all playing the instruments, and it's like a certain song. And I can't remember what song it is, but like it's an acoustic version of it. And there's
His
like
acoustics are awesome.
yeah, and there's like 30 people in this.
I
Like
think it was like the most recent one. I think it was either Stupid Deep
no, that's what it
or
is.
it
Stupid
was
Deep.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they play it live, and he's in the middle of all
Yeah,
of them, just like
it's
directing
awesome.
people.
Was
and
it
he's
the
like,
was he singing into a shirt like that?
I think so.
Like that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that he did a whole live concert, and he posted it all on Instagram. If you haven't watched it, bro, I think it's on YouTube too. Check
and
that
Twitter.
shit out.
I think Twitter is where I watched it originally.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But oh my
Yeah,
god, dude, it's
sorry.
awesome. Like he has a song called "Simple and Sweet" that's like such a throwback,
good.
So
but
good.
no one knows about that song, and he did it, and I was like, "Ooh, this is about to get
I love
crazy."
that one. I just like literally the only reason I know is because you showed me him and then we saw him in concert, and I just have like I swear I have like old playlists that are just like all John Bellion. Like
Yeah,
Yeah. I've seen him 3 times in concert now. Every single one of them is just like
I would've-
dude, they're incredible. He's so good.
I bet the Human Condition tour was like life changing, man, or whatever it was
I
called.
missed that one.
Yeah.
I saw.
It was probably the
Did
hardest
I-
one to
No,
get
that
tickets
is
to.
the one. No, I saw that
Okay.
actually in Nashville. Here,
Oh,
it was at like a small little venue. I mean, there's probably only like 500 people in this place because this would have been probably 2018.
Yeah, it was. Well, he didn't really
Yeah.
like slide into the mainstream really like as himself like until All Time Low. You know.
Yeah, which is probably my least favorite song. By cracks me up.
Yeah. It's so funny when I talk about John Bellion with people who don't know him. I'm like, that's crazy that you don't know who he is. But also,
We're glad that you're here.
welcome.
Yeah.
Like where you're about to have your life changed. Like he did this one song, this one, and then you sing it, and they're like, oh yeah, that one. And it's like, yeah, that's a bop. But look at all this other shit. I
Great
guarantee
song.
It's
I
better.
just,
Oh yeah, it's a great
I think
song.
he says the word low like 172 times or something like in that song.
that's
it's
great.
Yeah.
Have
I
you-
might be off on that number. It might be like 87. I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
Not to turn this into a John Bellion dick riding contest, but have you ever seen his like processes of how he's made songs and stuff? Like the Guillotine video? Shit is so cool.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. Like
I
his
still-
whole process is awesome.
The beat to that song when he plays the original, I don't think it made it in the actual song, but on the piano he's like do, 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 do,
Yes,
do, do, and it's like
yes.
real light in the background. Yeah.
I just really like how he we're pretty similar in how when we're coming up with lyrics, we just get really excited when it like really hits. And I think he was writing like the lyrics to that song, and he's like at the piano and he's like, dang, I totally blanked on the lyric of what it is, but it's like, you know, in my closet or something. I could write those bones in my closet or whatever it is. I would tell you, I would be able to sing the whole song note for note if I was listening to it, but he like came up with that line and he was like,
But you,
his reaction
there's
to
bones
it.
in my closet, but you hang stuff anyway.
yes, that's what it is.
that
Yeah.
line.
He was like, there's bones in my closet, but you hang stuff anyway. And I was like, he was like, oh, that's it. And I was like, that is it, John.
A lot of those videos and like those BTS videos were most of the inspiration for like a lot of the stuff that we try to do and try to film like the process. We're still getting good at like actually doing it because a lot of times we're still at a point where when we make stuff, we get so distracted making it and that we end up just spending time.
That was the thing. I
making
want
stuff.
to take pictures of the spider set, but me and Kayla were both the hands, so we couldn't, like,
we didn't have enough
I thought
hands.
about like trying to do this, but like,
It was that was probably the most difficult part of the whole thing, just because there were so many moving parts.
yeah.
And also it was the first thing we did. So like we were just getting comfy with it. But like it was crazy how like I said already that we were down there in the downstairs room doing that and the Dexter scene. And then came back up here, used the whole upstairs for the party. I'm glad we ended up using the upstairs room.
Yeah, me
Upstairs
too.
work,
Yeah.
yeah. The orders, I didn't realize like the order of how we film things. So like we did the spider, and then we did the pumpkin, and then we came up here and partied, and then we went outside. But in the actual video, it's going to be outside and then go to the party, and then
the
I guess the
spider,
spiders and the pumpkin. Like it's going to be the opposite of how we did it.
Yeah.
We needed like a day for night. That's all we
Yeah, we did day for night. Yeah,
sort of. It's gonna have to edit it.
dusk
kinda
for
hard,
night
but-
maybe.
Yeah, I kept telling Cam yesterday because we were like, okay, if we can finish earlier, you know what day for night is? Where you like,
No.
you basically, it's a concept in film where you film a nighttime scene, but during the daylight. And
Okay.
so you shoot everything like really low settings, and then you have to like light stuff. I actually don't know how to do it, but I kept saying yesterday all day, I was like, let's just film it day for night. We don't have to wait till dusk. We'll
like,
just do
no.
day for night. He was like, okay, how do we do it? I was like, I don't know, but we can do it.
You can figure it
Like,
out.
it's gonna be a lot of posts to try to figure out.
No, but I think it looked good.
No, when we did it, like I said, the timing worked out great on that.
Yeah, definitely by the time everybody was like leaving the party, quote unquote, like it was definitely like
Yeah, I think it was
dusk.
dark. Yeah,
And plus, like if they're pulling up to the party and it's daytime, you know,
yeah, exactly.
that's fine. We're partying
Party all day.
party all day. It's a darty, baby. A Halloween darty.
I think it was like 9 a.m. and we were like, ching, hop open a Mickey and then start the day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was early.
It was kind of funny, like you know, celebrating Halloween in the middle of September.
Yeah,
That was
right.
goofy.
we were talking about
We all feel like it's time for fall in
Yeah,
October.
yeah.
And like, oh shit, we got like over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time it drops, it'll be back though. It'll be in full swing.
Oh, definitely.
Well, it worked out for a lot of the decorations and stuff because like we actually weren't sure we were going to be able to get pumpkins. Like
Yeah, I remember.
Kroger and stores didn't stock pumpkins until last weekend, and we were all texting each
dang.
other like, "There's
the pumpkins
pumpkins!
at?"
Like
Yeah.
we're going to be able to get pumpkins!" Yeah, because I was worried that they weren't going to start selling until October.
Yeah.
But we looked out.
They knew we were shooting.
Yeah,
They were like,
yeah.
we got to get it.
Made some,
For
made some
Mellow.
phone calls.
Like, don't worry, we got you.
Yeah.
In stores now, everywhere.
But even like our parents, it was so easy to just like text some people we know and be like, "Hey, can I have like all your Halloween decorations for a weekend?"
Yeah, shout out to anyone that's ever helped us do any of this because I feel like it's how you just gotta feed off of like the people around you, like if they have stuff or don't have stuff, and like even
Yeah,
with like
totally.
the mic setup, like sometimes like that'll come in clutch or like you said, the pumpkins or like the Halloween decorations. And,
The house.
yeah, the house.
It's
yeah.
pretty important.
Having location, extras, like all the extras, like
Yes,
being willing to
thank you
do
for putting all
that.
that together. I know that that's like so stressful to do to get people together.
It was a little stressful, and you know, as it happens, you know, people were like, "Yeah, I can do it," and then day of, they're like, "I can't do it," and then it's like,
how it
"That's
goes.
chill. That's
You know
chill."
who you
That's why
are.
I
You know
invited
who you
like
are.
50 people. I was like, if I get 10% of these people, I think I'll be chilling. Because we could have made this work with 6 or 7, but I think we had like 15.
Yeah. It was perfect.
It looked good. Looked like a party.
Did look like a party.
Yeah. There's a I think it was during the snorkel scene. There's a shot where you're walking around and someone just smacks you in the head with a balloon.
Yeah.
And it is hard, but I found the clip. I'm editing it. I'll send it to you.
It's that and the one where the pumpkin guts is plop. Like you can hear it go. It's like out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. It looks like it falls straight from the top and just
And then like 2 minutes later, you're finally started, and you just go like,
yeah, you like
just wipe it off your head.
Oh man, I'm really interested to see the moment where it gets caught on your camera lens.
Oh
With the
yeah.
pumpkin guts.
Everything after that, there's like a hazy film of pumpkin over all of
love
it. And it kind of gave it a cool look. Though. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna use some of it.
Hell yeah.
There was a couple where you pause, you're like, and then you start going, and it's like, ching, ching, ching. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, that second one we did was a blast. That really was working. That first one was kind of a hot mess, but then we really got it going.
Yeah.
Fun times.
The pumpkin.
That was the scene where I was kind of like,
Yeah, you said you weren't sure about it.
Yeah, when you guys pitched it, I was like, you know what? I'll let it slide. I'll let it go. I'll see what's up. And then I was like, it's really hard to explain things like what you want to happen, like in just a concept doc like that. So I was like, I don't really understand what we're going for here, but I'm gonna wait to see it like come to fruition. And then it did come to fruition. I was like, okay, yeah, this is sick. This is a good idea.
Definitely. I hope the one filming from like this side into the party like works for them moving from area to area because we kind of did that. Like we had people like in that corner, and then that corner, the far corner, then up on the couch, where he like gets in the fight with whoever that was.
Yeah, I kind of missed some of that because that was one of the few shots that we shot on tripod.
Yeah, so we didn't do anything.
Yeah. Like I started filming the camera and then got distracted, like either cleaning or doing something else, and all of a sudden I just hear, "Whoa, we don't need to fight as much." and then I turn around like 30 seconds later, and some chick's just slapping you. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
Yeah, I was like, you guys did it like 3 times. I was like, all right, you guys can do something else now. And then you went up again. She'd fight you again. I was like, all right, no more fighting. So we're good.
What's wild is that girl. I literally met her 30 minutes before.
That was the thing. There was a good chunk of people. I feel like they were like, yeah, we met like 24 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, a
12
lot of
hours.
people like didn't really know each other because, you know, it was people that I went to college with, people I went to high school with, people that I hang out with now, and like all that I just kind of pooled together to get a little party going. And yeah, it was really funny because she was a friend of a friend that pulled up, and she just like asked her to come along, which was goated to get more bodies. Awesome. We love that.
Right. Well, she got one body. At least.
Yeah, she got my
you
ass. She
out.
fucking took me out. And then I was just like randomly, I was like, you know, it'd be really funny if we got like someone fighting or something. And or maybe you said that because we had talked about that
And she was
for some
instantly
concepts.
like, I'll do it.
She was like, I'll do it. And I was like, bet, let's go. And I think they were thinking they were going to fight each other, like her and her friend, like the one that I knew. And I was like, actually, what if you just slap me? Like, that would be really funny. And I'm always good for a slap take. Like, ask my
She was
bigger friends.
getting
bro.
into
I'm
Did she
always
actually
down.
hit you, or did y'all like stay
a couple times.
She really did it?
I
Wow.
think she was because I told her, I was like, literally just slap me. It's fine. It's just it's for the art.
I think that was the same chick that when we were trying to figure out the prop joint, and at one point
Yeah.
we said like, all right, yeah, he needs to pass it to someone. Same chick. I'll take
do
it.
And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, that's the energy we need.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Works for us.
Yeah, it's definitely. That's like the people. That's the people that like. You always need someone that's like gonna jump at any opportunity to do something.
Yeah. Everyone
Get everyone
that
else
was here
going. Yeah.
just had a great attitude. They were all troopers. And
I think there was one where we were doing the pong, where in that corner, and the whole time me and Ryan were playing pong, and I had no cups, and everyone was like, "Oh!" and I was like, throwing them back, like trying to hit them in the heads, like.
Oh, that was the best. Like when we were doing that one shot when I was like pretending to play pong and you can't see the other cups.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like,
Yeah, people were cheering hard.
I was doing the dumbest shit. I
I
was
think
like,
it was also during that tripod shot because at one point I
Yeah, it
looked
was during the
over
tripod shot,
and y'all are just chucking the pumpkin back and forth.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And I was over here because I was like, in my head, I immediately thought, wait, we still need that pumpkin for other shots. Like if
No,
we
I
drop
was
this
like-
and it busts, like, oh my gosh, we don't have another one. But then after a second, I was like, fuck it. Like whatever.
He was like,
happens,
"Should I?" I'm
happens.
like, "Do it, I'm ready." And I caught it, and I was like, "Whoa." Whoa, and I threw it right back to him.
That was really funny.
if it does work out that we're able to use those, I think it'd be really funny if I was, get a couple pong shots in there and then I just have the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Just fucking toss.
This guy right here.
Yeah. Shout out
There
to
he
pumpkin.
is.
Yeah.
It's the album art and everything.
Yeah, how did that picture turn out? We got like red on it or something like that, right?
Usually, well, it really comes down to just hands and like people. So usually we have a few more people and have more opportunity to like take some pictures and do more of that. Bro, that cracks me up. I love that.
That's pretty good.
That's so
Go do the job.
funny. Look at the little guy. So that was one thing that kind of like what you were talking about, the
That's good.
not being sure about the pumpkin guts. And like that scene in chopping the pumpkin. Well, I was not sold on this like tiny smiley face idea because Cameron's like, we're gonna chop up the pumpkin, we're gonna do all this work, and then we turn it around and it's just like a little smiley face. And I was like, that's not gonna make sense.
Exactly.
Cameron's like, that's the point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
that looks just like
hilarious.
the concept document picture too. So
Yeah,
worked
it
out.
literally does. For a second, I was like, dang, is this just the picture they use? And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I saw them carve it. They can't go back in time.
Well, we put that bright ass light in there.
Yes.
So in the shots, like it looks like the glowing, like in the first Batman when like Scarecrow when they're all on drugs and his eyes are like super glowy. That's what it reminded me. It looks like a little
Scarecrow.
happy demon. I don't know.
It really does.
Happy demon.
Just
Sounds
happy to
like
be there.
Sounds like a.
He wants food. He doesn't want.
Yeah, I'm actually from the future. Have you guys ever been to like St. Louis or Soulard or whatever it is?
I went to
have
St. Louis
some-
for a choir trip.
Oh,
but
yeah?
I didn't get to go to any bars.
All right. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's wrap it.
Yeah.
It's up to with you. Whatever you want to wrap it up.
I don't know.
What's your ready to sign off?
That's what I've been trying to think. So we want to call it Mellowed Out, like you're mellowed out with an artist, like Mellowed Out with Tommy is the title of this one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, thanks for being mellowed out with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Feeling mellowed, bro.
Yeah, fully mellowed.
Well, really, just thank you, Tommy.
Yeah.
This has been an incredible opportunity to work with you and keep doing what you're doing.
I'll try, man.
Yeah.
I'll try. And I thank you guys, bro. You guys were super professional. I told all of you last night, I tried to tell y'all that it was just really refreshing to like work with people who like know what they're doing and like take it seriously and, you know, aren't dicking around and making everything like, you know, not legit. It was very legit and everybody was super chill, super, you know, ready to go. And it was just nice to
I
have it
appreciate it.
done in a good way.
It's always, like you said, refreshing to have that.
Yeah. I hope we gave the similar
Oh, yes.
energy
You guys
back.
definitely did.
You're
Yeah.
good, We
Everything checks out for sure. It was all valid.
we try to have a little fun along
Yeah.
the way.
Yo, yeah. It was definitely a vibe.
But we definitely we're working.
Yeah.
We're going. But
But yeah. I think that's pretty much everything.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing this with us and taking time out of your day to do it.
That's Mellowed Out. And I'm Tommy.
Yes, sir. That'll work. Thanks for mellowing out with us.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
And
Scene.
All right, now get the fuck out of my house.
Thanks for having us all weekend.
Of course, y'all. Love by any time.
yeah.
Even if it's just for a vibe. If you're in Nashville, you better hit me up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm ready to go get twisted.